Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm actually doing another live sales call recording, but this one is a little bit different. Instead of me pitching a $12,000 deal, I'm actually just pitching a $1,000 consulting call for literally 1 hour of work. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is just to show you how many opportunities there is with lead generation when you get good at this stuff. You don't just have to do a done-for-you service or anything like that. You could end up doing a consulting service and just consult companies on how to optimize their outbound and business development strategies and get paid thousands of dollars for a couple of hours of work. So this is me getting paid $1,000 to literally do a 1 hour audit call. So yeah, guys, let's get right into it.
Hey, sorry
Hey,
about this. I am having some issues with Zoom today. I don't know what is going on.
No worries. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So are you the founder, the CEO?
No, I'm the CMO.
Okay, awesome, cool. Yeah, man. So I was looking through a little bit of your site actually just before you hopped on the call. Downloaded the deck and everything, was kind of just looking through it. But yeah, man, I know I sent you guys an email, and whoever handled your calendar obviously set this up. So what this call really is for is really kind of just to learn a little bit more about what you guys do, who you guys target, how you guys have kind of been driving growth so far in terms of business development, booking meetings with more prospects, and then talking a little bit about if we could potentially help you out, see if you're a good fit for what we do. And if you are, if you're actually having an issue with business development and it seems like you guys need a little bit more help with that, then I'll tell you about a little bit about what we do and stuff like that. But I do want to start a little bit on just like kind of what you guys do. Is that cool?
Yeah, I will give you 30,000 view, and then if possible, I will ask for this because I don't want to go too deep. And then I understand like the sales pitch, and I get that. The idea is the power boundary and the power is on you. I get all of that. So I want to make sure that we are a good fit, but you are a good fit as well. So we have a lot of experience on lead gen. We do a lot. So I will give you 30,000 view, and then I will ask for the same thing. And then basically we can assess if it's worth it to continue this conversation, right?
I didn't really understand what you meant. A what view?
What, sorry?
You said you were going to give me a what view? I'm sorry. I just
A
didn't.
30,000 foot view of what we do, basically.
Oh, okay. Cool. Got you.
And then basically I will ask for the
So
same.
instead of wasting each other's
I
time,
can understand if it is worth, like, I want to make sure that I respect your time, and the same thing goes around. So
okay, cool. Basically, what you're saying is if it makes sense, then we'll keep talking.
Exactly.
Okay,
so
awesome.
So 30,000 view, what we do, we are a consulting agency. We focus on organic social media. We basically develop a process that is, we apply scientific methodology to organic social media content. So long story short, we develop a process, scientific based, that we analyze. We have a team of researchers, we analyze content, and we understand why that content goes viral. It's not about luck. It's not about the frequency. It's not about the time that you post. It's not about the hashtag that you use. It's not about that. We have a list of more than 100 performance drivers that we analyze, and based on that, we create a hypothesis. Based on those hypotheses, we create strategy, content formats. Let's put it this way. Based on those content formats, we consult our clients how to produce that. And what is the best format for them, so they can reach virality on a consistent ways. Through this process, we got more than 60 billion views, 100 million followers, and more than 1 billion in revenue for our clients. We work from solo entrepreneurs up to Fortune 500 clients. So we work with IKEA, MTV, we work with Taylor Swift, Rihanna, and so on. But we work as well with solo entrepreneurs that, just to give an example, like a super success case study that we have, a client that has a leather craftsmanship store. He sells iPhone cases and so on. And yet, when he started working with us, he had 2,000 followers on TikTok. So we basically created a strategy for him, and he relies on paid media to get clients to his shop, his Shopify store. And basically we developed a strategy for him, format, and based on that, 6 months after working with us, he had 800,000 followers on TikTok. He's selling out every single piece of without relying on paid media at all. So just to give an example of, we work from sole entrepreneur up to Fortune 500 clients. And how we get leads, it's a mix of things. So our CEO, Brandon, he wrote 2 of the best-selling books ever. One actually is the best-selling book ever on social media, that is 1 million followers. The other one is a very well-known book on business strategy / social media, that is Hook Point. We sell a ton of books every single month through Amazon, mainly through Amazon right now, but we have ClickFunnels running and so on and so forth. We have free opt-ins. We do email outbounds. We do a ton of different funnels and different ways to schedule calls to our sales team. And the reason that I asked to schedule this call was we are currently doing email outbound, but that is still the funnel, let's put it this way, that is driving less volume, a super quality but less volume. So that is one of the things that we are still trying to assess, if we can maintaining the same quality or even decreasing a little bit the average quality, but increasing the volume of calls being scheduled through that funnel. So long story short is why we're having this call.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. That really gets to the point, 100%. So what we really do, I'll give you a little rundown as well. Mine's going to be a lot shorter than yours. So we kind of work with B2B companies like yours, marketing agencies, B2B SaaS companies, enterprise software companies, and really just build outbound infrastructure, right? So for example, we took on a client a couple months ago, a logistics software company. Will come in, we'll build outbound infrastructure to be able to send anywhere from 1,000, 1,500 emails every single day. Be able to send 30,000, 25,000, 30,000 emails every single month, and book them anywhere from like 30 to 40 calls every single month. That's like our goal. That's what we want to do. That's kind of what we do best, right? With cold outbound. So that's just basically the gist of what we do. So how many calls are you guys booking through outbound right now? You're saying the volume's low, but the quality is
through
high.
Outbound, I would say that we probably scheduling around 25 to 30 calls a month.
Okay, cool. So basically why I'm asking is, why is there any way you could just ramp up what you're doing right now? Because I feel like you wouldn't be on this call if you weren't like, okay, well, we could just ramp up what we're doing right now.
We can send more emails per day. We can do that. So we can, right now we're sending probably like 3,000 to 4,000 emails every single day. We can do more. We can send more. But and the reason that I'm having this call is I'm always looking for people that are smarter than me, and I'm sure that there's a ton, like millions of people out there or billions of people out there that are smarter than me. So I'm always looking forward to learn and to hire companies that I know that can improve what we are doing, optimize what we are doing. So my question is not necessarily how to ramp up, because I know how to do it. We can ramp up. My question is, if there is anything out there that we are missing, that we can use to optimize what we're doing. So being on
I think there is
the hook, being on the way that we are pushing to schedule a call, being on the amount of emails that we're sending, whatever is it. But
cool, awesome. So there's a few things. I do have like a deck I could share with you, but you don't really seem like the type of guy I want to sit through a presentation. So let me just spit it out to you, and then we can talk about that. So basically, you guys don't really have the problem of having product market fit or not having a good offer, right? You guys have product market fit. You guys know who you guys target. You guys could have good results for them. Your offer's strong, right? So basically what you're trying to do is just ramp up and find a better way to book more appointments through outbound. And the way that you're going to do that is 2 things. So number 1 is going to be actually getting more people to show up to the calls who are interested in your stuff, like in the emails. So for example, instead, when you guys send cold outbound, it doesn't just go from I send one message and you book a call. It goes, I'm interested, and then some of those leads fall through the cracks, and then some of those eventually end up booking calls, right? So out of those 25 leads, there's probably like 40, 50 leads that actually come in, but then 25 of them actually book calls. So one thing that you would want to do actually is set up systems on the back end that continuously nurture those leads and turn those leads into booked calls eventually, right? That's number one thing you could do. A lot of companies don't do that because they're really just focusing on today, and just like the new lead, but they don't nurture those leads in the back end. Okay. So a couple of ways that we do that for our clients is we build sales assets. So for example, you have like a whole 100 like the PDF deck. What we want to do is we want to condense that into like a little like 2 page, 1 pager, 2 pagers, 3 pagers, really highlighting the main things what you guys do, the main pain points for those specific markets that you're reaching out to, along with like a specific matching case study. And based on the outbound campaigns that we run, like for example, let's say that you're reaching out to companies who are very similar to that leather goods store, right? The TikTok store that you guys helped. What we would do is we leverage that case study, build a sales asset around that case study, launch a campaign to other companies who are just like that company, and it's gonna convert a lot better than sending like a mass email campaign, right? So now you have, for example, there's probably going to be a bunch of leather goods stores in the United States or in Canada or wherever in the world. Let's say there's 5,000, right? You send an email of 5,000, you get a couple responses in. Now instead of just getting the 5 or 10 calls up front, all the leads that are interested, you put them in buckets so that you can nurture them on the back end with your sales assets, and then they could eventually turn into calls. Okay, that's number one. And then number two, what I've noticed with a lot of these companies, they have a couple of leaks in their bucket. The second leak is going to be actually getting people to show up to the calls with pre-call nurture sequences. So what happens is you book a call. Let's say that you booked a call today, when your SDRs booked a call today for next Wednesday. A lot of times what's going to happen is you notice that there's going to be like a 50 to 60% show up rate and 40% of people don't show up. So what you want to do is you actually want to create pre-call nurture sequences, pre-call nurture flows that do two things. Number one, they actually ensure that the prospect shows up to the call. And number two, they actually pre-sell the prospect on those emails before they hop on the call. So the same exact sales assets that we're sending to nurture, we would send different ones, basically in different increments, days before the call. So if, let's say that the SDR books in a call for next Wednesday, he would send a sales asset today. On Friday, he would send another sales asset. On Monday, he would send another case study with a little video, like a little 2-3 minute video of what you guys do. And then by Wednesday, if that prospect has watched those videos, he's warmed up. Or number two, if he's not if he's not a good fit for your service, he would have canceled that call, which is better for you guys anyway, because you don't want to take calls that aren't a good fit. So it kind of just trims that fat. So that's two things that I could see you guys really adding on to, because it seems like you already know how outbound works. You know about the whole domains. You know how to send 600 a day. You could ramp up the emails. Ramping up is fine, but you want to make sure that you have a system in place on the back end that can handle the leads that are going to inevitably slip through the cracks. So that's what I would say are actually is value that we could somewhat provide you, because I think that you guys already know how to set up the systems, you know how to send the cold emails, you know how that kind of stuff works. That's just level one though. Level two is going to be that next stuff. So that would be essentially like what I think we could help you on specifically.
Got it. Yeah, that's actually is what I'm looking for. So my question is, and if you think that's not a possibility, please be transparent.
Sure thing.
But we have this infrastructure in-house, and we are not looking for moving this to external partner. What I'm looking for is someone that we can use in a consulting basis, whatever is it, like that can look what we are doing and help us optimize, being the language, being the process, being whatever is it. Yes. Are you guys willing to work on a consulting basis?
Yes, definitely. So what we would do in this case is the first thing we need to do is definitely schedule a call just so I could do a little bit of an audit of how the systems work, right? What's your CRM look like? What does the outbound look like? Where are the leaks in the bucket? That's basically what I want to find. And if there are leaks in the bucket there, things that can be improved, I'll tell you those. I'll even like, we could record the whole call. We can make a Google Doc and we could just show you, and we could literally just make a plan on that call of what we're going to do. But I'll be honest as well. If I go on and I'm like, hey, listen, there's only like a few things that need to be fixed, it's not really like a whole thing you need to pay a whole consultant for. I'll just tell you what needs to be fixed, and you guys can go fix those things by yourself. If it's a big enough project that actually needs like a consultant to come in and help you guys out like month after month, then we can kind of talk about that. But I think I would have to do an audit first before we even get to that point. Is that fine?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what we can do is, I mean, honestly, how it kind of depends on how where you would want to go from here. Is this something that you kind of want to get started on right away? We can set up another call for like early next week if you can get all the stuff in order with the rest of your team who needs to be there. We could record the
Yeah, I need
call.
to see my calendar because, to be honest, I don't even know what my calendar looks like. I only look for my calendar of today. I can see that my calendar for the rest of the week is insane. Early next week is back to back on meetings already. So probably I can only have time like next Thursday or even 2 weeks from now.
I mean, honestly, let's just do a little check-in on Thursday. We could just do a little tentative placeholder. Just so like even if you need to hop on for 2 minutes, say, listen, Faizan, like I'm super busy this week. I'll just hop on. I'll tell you like we need to move this to next week. But then if you could just give me a little bit of what you guys are looking for as well, you could talk to your team so I can put together like a list of like, here, this is what I'm looking for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I could actually show up to the audit with like and
Mhm.
actually give you guys a bunch of value.
Got it. That's perfect. The only thing that I need now is what is the cost of that audit and what that looks like for next. I will say that probably next steps is going to be difficult for you to assess because that is going to depend on
It's
exactly
basically a
what that
custom
looks like.
project, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but in terms of the audit, man, we're really going to do the audit for you guys for free, kind of just to show that we're like serious about this and we want to prove you guys value. So we'll do the audit for free for you guys, and if it seems like it's something that you want to do, and it seems like it's like a project that like you want to invest in, we'll talk about pricing there. I don't even know exactly how I'm going to price it because I don't know what deliverables are needed for the project
I
yet.
will prefer if you can just put a cost on audit because I appreciate that you are willing to do that for free, but I
Okay.
want to make sure that if we start working together, we start on the right foot. And
Okay.
the same way that I want you to appreciate my time, I want to appreciate your time. So I don't think
Okay.
it's fair, to
And
be honest,
okay.
to spend time with us and not necessarily having a cost associated to that.
Okay, awesome. That's fine. So what we can do is probably like 1,000 for the 1 hour audit.
Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. So what I can do is if you want to, what would you want to do going forward? Do you want to wait until that call to get it paid, or do you want me to just send you like a contract and a link now, and then you could look over that, and by the next, what do you want to
If
do?
you can send me a link so I can just take a look. I will try to look at that today, but
No worries,
I
man. I
don't
know you're a
promise
busy guy.
anything.
Let's just put a
I'm back to back.
placeholder. Let's just put a placeholder down. I'm gonna put a placeholder for Thursday the 9th at the same time. Just as a placeholder, you can shoot me an email if it doesn't work for you. I'll send the agreement. I'll send over our deck and all the stuff in the meantime. And honestly, if you just sign the contract without even emailing me back, I'll get the notification. You can send me an email. I'll start preparing for the audit, and we can kind of just go from there.
Got it. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Looking forward to talking to you then. I just sent a meeting actually invite for Thursday. Let me know if you got that. Right after we confirm that, I'll let you go.
Let me just see if I got it. I don't think I did because I didn't see anything coming through.
Oh, okay, because you're not on the invite actually. Can
Oh,
you chat me your email address by any chance?
yeah. Let me just do quickly here. So, done.
Okay, perfect. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, I just sent it. Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, the 9th.
Oh, that's perfect because that's exactly the only slot that I'm available at that time. So I had
Oh,
that 30 minutes available.
you're a busy man. I'll let you get back to your schedule then.
Thanks so much for your time.
All
Oh,
right,
by
have a
the way, how should I pronounce your name? Just to make sure
phase
that I
on. Phase on.
Faizan. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Nice
perfect.
meeting you and talk soon,
Nice to
man.
meet you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.